Things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside. Oh, I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
Good evening, young ladies. Young ladies, older ladies, all the ones that are tuning in live. I thank you so much just for tuning in on today. I'm looking forward to talking with you all, especially being this is our last live for careers. So this is the last one we're going to talk about with careers, because as you know, that next month, as November approaches, we're going to go into a totally different topic, right? So I want you all to be encouraged and to ask questions away. This is not to help you decide your career, right? This is not like a career, like a job fair type of thing. It's just to help you to know like where you want to be and actually following, making sure that you're where you want to be in life and not just pushing yourself to do something that the Holy Spirit telling you to do something different. So, as we always do, we always recap from the last session. The last live was really, really good, talking about careers and in the resting phases, relaxing, recovering. We talked about how to support each other, right? When it comes to different careers and not putting so much burden on yourselves when it comes to Just trying to decide a career. For me, I did go through that brunk of a lot of talking about that, of how I got to the career that I'm in now. And just trying to figure out how I got here was a journey in itself. And where I want to go now that I am here is another decision you have to make, right? But not being too hasty and not like being hard on yourself when it comes to careers, because we all change careers. Careers come, careers go. We change our mind, like, oh, maybe I thought about this and maybe I don't. It's a lot, but we don't want to. We want to make sure we take that period of rest when we need to rest, to refresh and recover, to rest and not think yourselves as lazy. Also to seek help if you're not sure. I know some of the some people, I know, for instance, me, 33 years old, and just finally starting to get my footing in my career now, and just trying to figure out, like, where do I see this career going? Where do I see Who do I see myself helping? What is the vision for this moving forward? And that's just all that this is here, to encourage you to, no matter what it is that you're deciding to do, even if you may feel like, I'm in a job and I don't think I want to stay here. I know there's something more for me to do. Most people are fearful of launching out there, either by being late in age, or by being you feel like it's too late for you to start something new when this is like you're supposed to be in a settled type of moment. But I would have to disagree. Like, whatever, I know that things can change at any time. I am aware that things can change at any time. Things are going to change. You go from being a parent of one to a parent of two. You go from being a single person to a married person. You go from one job that you thought you'll be on forever, and then it changes. We change churches. We change. It's a lot of that. Life is a ever revolving door, right? We go through all these stages. Heck, when it comes to fashion, fashion goes and then it comes back. Everything is a phase, is what I'm trying to say. So the way that you know that you're really, really settled in what you're trying to do is if you are certain without, like for me, for right now, I can't imagine anything that is beyond what I'm trying to go into now. Like, every time I think that, oh, maybe I need to back up a little bit, I need to maybe reconsider, I see signs that it's needed for me to be in the field that I'm in, to be in the career that I'm in. So why back up on that? One of the things I was led to discuss also is, a lot of times we all have ministries, we have visions, we have things we want, that we desire to do, or things that the Father put on us to do, right? That He gives us the desire to do things, and we may feel that, what, I don't know how I can succumb to that, what He wants me to do, because I have so much going on. I've had people attest to that. That how do you? There was one of the questions I got last week was, how do you navigate what you know that you're supposed to be doing versus what is handed to you. For instance, like being a mom is handed to me. Being a wife is handed. Like, these are things that I need to be doing, but the things that the Father, that Yahweh has told me to do, how do I discern what to do first? Because we know that being a wife is a full-time duty. Being a mom is full-time duty. Being an entrepreneur is a full-time duty. All these things are full-time duty. So how do you decide what to do first? And here's the answer that the Father gave me on that: being obedient, right? So the Father giveth and the Father can take away. That meaning by that is, if we do not do what He's telling us to do, then we can be subject to where He takes it away from us and He gives it to somebody else. Because whether we realize or not, we are here to be a witness and to help other people, right? We are here to help help somebody else. We're not, every time we go through things in life, I used to think like, oh, this is my life. But what I realized is that when I go through life, I'm always encountering somebody or someone who I cross paths with, who are going through something similar, or just went through something that I just went through or just gone through. And I had to realize that, you know what? My mom has this saying whenever she used to speak, she's like, I'm not going to bag up, I'm not going to shut up, and I'm not going to give up because God is not through with me yet. He still has more for me to do. I still yet need to be a witness. And that's the kind of attitude I have taken on when it comes to fulfilling this ministry that Yahweh has blessed me with, to step out, because I know that there are certain things that I have gone through, that there are other people that are walking through it or going to walk through it or already has walking through it, and that way we can kind of like collaborate on how we got through it, or either just like be helpers of one another, right? Because that's what this is about, helping one another. I'm not going to see another young lady who's struggling with health issues or struggling with mental health issues and I just sit by and do nothing. Mm-mm. That's not what we're here for. We're always here to help somebody else. Do not be that person that you keep. I did when I was diagnosed with endometriosis, I was like, this is a personal thing. This is something for me. I have to walk through this. I have to get through this, right? And I didn't realize that one, because what I thought that the thing that I was diagnosed with, I thought it was something serious. Not I'm not gonna say not like really, really serious to what I was told by a non-professional. But when I actually learned that this is something that all women can go through, it's not just because a particular situation or because you did this. No, this is a woman's disease that happens on to a lot of women. I remember when I went into the first appointment where they were giving us the overview of everything that's going to be happening, what's going to happen, and I was there with a numerous amount of women, and I was like, oh, I was taken aback because I'm just like, I didn't know that somebody was. I was trying to deal with this thing all by myself because I thought I was going through it all by myself because of what I was told. But it wasn't true of what I was told. It was something that women go through, and because of what I went through, being told I wasn't going to be able to have children, and a lot of women go through that, right? A lot of women go through the process. There's some women out there that desire to have children but cannot have children. There's some women who have children and have lost a child, who struggle to have children. Me personally, everyone knows my story. Well, not everyone, but majority of people know. I lost my daughter, one of my second daughter, at 3 months old to SIDS. I took that on as a personal matter because I was like, I don't think anybody goes through this, but you'll be so shocked that what other women are going through, but we choose to stay silent. We choose to stay silent. And that is what Step Out is about. I want to gather as many women as possible that will step out with me to know and let other women know you're not alone. Hey, I went through that too. Hey, you know what? I'm going through that. How can you better assist me? We are not, just like in the Bible, it tells us that no man is to be alone. He's supposed to have a wife or to have a helpmate. We as women how to come together and be help, not being messy, not being drama filled, but to be able to help each other. I stand on that. I believe that. I was a type, that I got along. I was very adaptable growing up. I could be with the the popular kids. I could easily merge into that. I could easily merge into the band because I was in the band. I could ease into the sports because I played sports, into the girlfriends who played sports. Dance. I also did dance in school. I intermingled with those. I was very adaptive to get along because I wasn't a one type of person. Like I knew that I could probably be a popular kid in my head, but why put myself in that circle of only being with popular children, popular kids, children back in the day when there were other people that I could get to know. Other people I have learned. I promise you, all the friends that I've had over the years, they've all come from a different group, whether geeks, whether band heads, jocks, sports heads. I had people that play volleyball with me that I'm still close with, people that I was in dance with that I still talk to from time to time. We have to be adaptable. We have to be to know how to come together as women to help one another. That is the avenue of step out. When it comes to careers, you don't have to, if it's something that, like I said, even starting it out, I had women who were a part of event planning. I had photographers. I had fitness people. I have, sorry, had. This is just during the launch. I haven't even posted. I have to post a picture for the launch because you have to check it out. It was so amazing to see all these array of women that came together to step out. It was so amazing just to see it because I was like, Father, you're asking me to launch this ministry, and I didn't even know it was a ministry at the time. I was just like, oh, this is just a thing. But I didn't know that step out is coming forth even with my counseling, even with being a marriage and family therapist, right? All that is helping people. I love to help people. I love to be there for people and to be an avenue that I can when I'm allowed. You don't want to be this. If a person don't want to hear it, you move on to the next. I've learned that too. I've learned that I'm not going, if it's one person that don't want to hear or they choose not to hear, I'm not going to continue to talk to them until they're ready to receive what it is that's about to be poured out. Until then, I'm gonna keep it moving. There's so much, it's only one of me, but there's so much that the Father wants to get done and to let be known to all women around the world. And I gotta keep going forward. That's why this career, I never would have thought in a million years that this would be my career. Never. Never a million years of actually helping people. I knew I always loved to be there for people and to support people, but never in a million years did I think that I would have thought that this would have been my field. And to be honest, I love it. It took me a long time to get here, but who says it's too late for you to find that career that you're really, really passionate about? I don't feel like I'm working when I join in on lives. I don't feel like I'm working when I'm doing my counseling sessions with my clients. I don't feel like I'm working at all because it's such a natural thing to me. And you have to find that career that is so natural that it doesn't even feel like working. It's such a chill. It's such a calm. It's such, you know what? You just flowing in it. You just going in it. And when I learned, like, it's plenty of jobs that I've had that for me was a headache. It was stressful, right? Because it was so much mandated on me, and I always pulled myself thin. For instance, I used to work for Home Depot. That was maybe like one of my jobs that I had during the time, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm good with this. I was in the garden, but also they knew that I was very adaptable, so they threw me in the paint department. They threw me at the front desk. They even threw me a part of the kids workshop where I interact with children on every second Saturday. They knew my potential. I knew that I didn't mind if I could help people in the garden department. Sure, full fact. But there were times it was so stressful too. I dreaded. I can't remember how many times like I woke up and I dreaded going to a job, right? Because when you see a job, you see a job, something you have to work at to get to where you want to be. But a career that you love, a career that you enjoy, that you just don't mind waking up and talking to people, right? I enjoy that. If anybody, well, some people will say I talk too much. Some people will say that I'm very quiet. That's because I'm very observant. So I sit back and I observe what it is that I need to be doing. So I observe the people that I'm going to be in dealings with. I observe the group of people that I'm with. If I'm on a job, I check out the people that's not going to help me out. I clock the people who be the messy people who really not. They go try to. You have to clock them because you don't just want to throw yourself into any type of relationship. That's why on jobs I learned to ask about career about their job. Like, what does your day-to-day look like for your team? What does it look like for you to what does your not your community look like when it comes to team building and team workshop? Like, how do you build morale with your workmates, your coworkers? That's very important to me because I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to get along. I cannot tell you how many jobs I've been on where I've been so isolated because I did not find my niche of people. Because just like I'm not gonna say I didn't try. It was just like I was something to observe and fade. I sat back to see like, okay, who was gonna be my group of who was going to be my people that I knew that, we could be able to help each other out throughout this process. Because the job, day in, day out, clock in, clock out, whatever. I'm not saying that you can't work a job that you won't be fulfilled in. I'm not saying that, none whatsoever. But if you feel like, if you wake up and you hit that snooze 10 and 15 times before you decide to get up, I mean, don't get me wrong, we could just be tired, right? We could just be tired. I'm just like, you could be tired and you just want to snooze. But some people literally dread the job. They dread the job. They dread like, oh, dang, I got to go see these people. Oh, dang, here go this person. Oh, man, I know they about to have all this work on my desk. Oh, my goodness. I don't feel that way in my career. And for me, a career is something that I enjoy versus a job I'm going to punch in, punch out. I enjoy my career choice. I wouldn't say it's necessarily my choice, so to speak, because I'm gonna say it was it was kind of like I was guided to this choice, and I'm glad that I had the option to choose this. Because if I would have known about this career 10, 15, 20 years ago, when I first went off to college, I would have already had a head start. I would already be in it. You feel me? But there is a process to everything. I did not go through all that for no reason. I thought that I knew what I wanted to do. That didn't work out. That plan failed. I had something else. That plan failed. Okay. And I'm like, okay, I'm really, really struggling because I'm getting pressure that I should be doing something. I just don't know what. And then get into something else. Nah, that's not it. That's not it yet either. But once you found that thing that brings you joy, I can't describe it to you, but I hope that you have that feeling. I hope that everyone gets that feeling. I want everybody to be blessed. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to get every blessing that they ever prayed for. I want everybody to get everything, every blessing, every reward that they could ever encounter. But to have that feeling that, you know what, this is it. It may be through your ministry. Some people have ministries, whether it be clothing lines, whether it be talk vlogging, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that your heart is tugging you at, go for it. Ain't nobody stopping you but you. Don't let the naysayers get to you. No, ain't nobody. I'm going to encourage you. If you want to do it, do it. And do it all to the best of your ability. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel like, oh, it's too late for me. It was the Caltrate, some old thing, but it's never too late, right? It's not too late. Be intentional though about it. Be intentional about what it is that you want to pursue. Really think about it, because when you actually think about it and pray about it, pray and obey, because we already know some people, they go into nursing and they change to become something totally different. People go to be doctors and they quit doctor to be teachers. Went to school to be teachers, got certified to be teachers, and people are quitting, doing their own hair care line. They decide to change to a totally different profession. It's not too late, but if you do not find your niche now, when will you find it? When will you find it? I applaud my mom. My mom is over 60 and she's still yet trying to strive to be the best. And I encourage her. I don't know what any other person is. I'm going to encourage her. By all means, go. If this is what you want to do, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't see no other way. If this is where your heart is pulling you, why should you have stumbling blocks in your way? Not unless the Lord is putting them there. But if he's not putting them there, it's just your own. Like, for instance, well, I like for my mom, I'm the same person. I'm not a fan of math. My husband is a king at math. Me, not so much. I'm not really fond of math. If that's a blockage for you, like, oh dang, I don't want to go back to school because I'm not so good at math. Let's find some math tutors. Let's find some people that's going to help you in your with math, so that way that won't be the thing that stops you from getting for where you really want to be, where you really need to be, where people are asking in need of you. I am so from my internship, I am so happy to have been blessed to be within the internship site that I was at, because majority of them was of African American. All majority of them was Black, and that was rare for me, because even in when I went to residency um, out of state to Chicago and Florida, when I went to residency, I didn't see that many of us. I didn't see that many of us is like that. So I was happy to be in an internship site that actually showed me that, you know what, if you can do it. We need to be in this because we need more of our people to understand the value of mental health. We need people to understand that mental health is so much important. If you don't understand it, how much mental health is important, if you want those people that just want to keep skipping over your mental health and be like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna work this. I've had people that were like, I'm just gonna work this 9 to 5. I'm gonna collect my 401k and do this and invest in this and invest in that, and then they be so burnt out, like they don't have the capacity to do anything else, like because they really didn't go for what they really wanted. I want to encourage you all to go for what you want. It is not too late. If you need, I promise you that if it's not you that may have other people that may know something, if I don't know, I'm going to help you find that source. Okay, you don't know. Okay, let's I don't know. Let me help you figure out. Okay, I know a person that went to real estate. That went to school for real estate. I know someone that went to school for cosmetology. I know someone that's in a daycare business. I know someone that is um, a great entrepreneur that talks about business coaching. I have an array of people that I can easily, be like, oh, you know what? I have a person that needs some help, that needs some, somebody to confide in, just to talk about this career choice that they're deciding on going. They just want to make sure that this is the right part. This is where they want to be. Ask questions. If you don't ask, how do you expect to get the help that you need? I went through this career choice quiz that it kind of like helps you decide like where you might be best fit at. And when I seen where I was best good, I was like, oh, that makes sense. It kind of it comes together very nicely, very smoothly, right? But you have to know within yourself. Like I always knew that I didn't have a problem with. I love to talk to people, love to help people out to the best of my ability, but I didn't have a name for it. I didn't know in any way that I could talk to people and be other than the people that I deal with on a daily basis, right? My friends, my coworkers, my siblings, my family, my church members, and other than them on a daily basis, like I didn't have no way of reaching literally the outside world for as far as like being that help of assistance, just to encourage them and to be of help and be of assistance and just give them other ways that they can kind of accomplish, so to speak. But when you find the niche, like I told you, when you find the niche, Step Out is here to empower women. We're not here to shut anybody down. We're not here to discourage anyone. This is all about empowering, because we need one another. If the world is not going to help us, or if our families are not going to help us to see the best in ourselves, because sometimes families can be the people that are like, oh, you need to do this. Oh, you quit that? You quit again? Our families can be the most, and they nag you a whole lot, and that can mess up your mental stability, and where you feel like you don't think that you can make it anymore because I failed, because I quit this. Or they may see, oh, you just a quitter, or oh, that's that serial job. They always have, they don't like this job, so they go to the next job. They don't like this job, so why do you think that you're hopping jobs so much? There is a reasoning behind that. It's not because you don't like the it could be because you don't like the teamwork. It could be because that you don't like the community of people, or you just that job is just not suiting you. I went into I'm trying to think of a job. I had a job of I'm trying to think what job that I had, if I can come up with one that I was just like, I don't think that's me. And I definitely quit the job. I didn't quit the job because I didn't like it. I mean, yeah, it might be beneficial to somebody, but it just wasn't me. Like I didn't insurance, dealing with insurances. So like I worked for an agency where like we dealt with like Medicaid and CVS could like help people get their prescriptions filled. Yes, it's still a part of helping people, but I don't have the capacity to tell somebody, oh no, you can't get your prescription because you had too many. Or, you know, I don't have that capacity in me to tell people no. Like I always want to help them find a way to get it. And that wasn't in my job description. So if I can't be a help, I definitely don't want to be a hindrance to anybody. So you know what? This job is not for me. I'm not helping nobody. I had another job. Oh, I really just I was on this job for maybe a week. Maybe a week. It was telemarketing, right? So you call people and you do the little surveys. Oh my gosh. I hated that job. But you wanna know why? Because I didn't want to call. I don't like when telemarketers call me. This you're on a recorded line and this is click the block spam. I don't want nobody harassing me. So why would I want to be the one to harass somebody else? That was not me. That was not me. It's not me. So when you realize something doesn't fit, what they it's where is this coming from? The older child, if it doesn't fit, you must quit. Don't stay somewhere where you don't feel like it's where you're supposed to be. Don't stay somewhere where you're not fitted or you feel like there's more that I could be doing, right? Don't get me wrong, I love photography. I do. I love telling stories and, all this, but mm, I don't I want to help. I want to help. And if it don't align with what you're trying to do, um I I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was stuck in a job. And I hear this a whole lot, people being stuck, right? And that's your mentality. Being stuck is where you're choosing to be, and you do not. That's an option. You can choose to be stuck, or you could choose a career path that's actually befitting you. I know a person, oh my God, she is, I don't know if this is what she chose to do, but I know that she's bomb at it. The makeup artist. She did my makeup for my wedding. And she actually taught me how to do my own makeup. She is a bomb makeup artist. And I don't know if that's the career, but she enjoys it. Like she travels with it. That could be you. Like you don't have to be stuck in a place in a 9 to 5 where you just punching in, punching out, go to lunch. And then me personally, I got tired of being written up for like, oh, you didn't take your lunch on time. Oh, you didn't take your break on time. Oh, you didn't. This is OSHA law. This is this. This is that. I got so tired of that. So, so tired. It's just like I want to like me personally. I be on the jobs because I be wanting to keep up. I'm trying to make income, right? And that's the reason why we stay at jobs. We stay at jobs because of income, because it suits the lifestyle that we need instead of our lifestyle suiting us. I'm in a career path where I don't know if I'm not gonna say I don't know. I'm going to become a millionaire. I'm putting it out there because I believe it. I receive it. My family, my children, my husband, we all gonna be millionaires. He gonna be a millionaire. They gonna have their own million. I ain't sharing. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share. But we all have our own different career paths, right? I believe and I receive that whatever the Father has put in place for me to do, that I know that it's gonna be a blessing to not only me, but it's gonna be a blessing to others, not only financially, but on a physical level, on a mental level, on a spiritual level. It's going to provide in those aspects, and that's what I desire. I don't want a 9 to 5 that I'm just gonna be like miserable, giving all my vacation, I had a job to tell me. I remember when I was pregnant with, I can't remember, one of my daughters, and I was always so scared. This is another thing too that definitely needs to be discussed. And I finally became free of that. And that's the reason why I can discuss it. I was afraid to let jobs know when I was pregnant, because I know how they feel like, oh, you got to take all these appointments, then you're going to be gone. Then, 9 months of all this stuff, your doctor's appointments, you deliver, and that's another 3 months to be without you. So I was always afraid to let jobs know that I was pregnant. And I finally got delivered of that. I was like, why not? Because I found out that my husband, he was selling every job. He was selling every job. Oh yeah, I have a wife. I have children, and my wife is pregnant. And they gave him the job, even was offering him raises and stuff. So why not me? Why can't I let them know? If they take it, if they leave it, I don't care. But I'm not going to shut up about my part of what it is that I desire. I do want to be a mom. I want to be able to hang around with my children, be able to enjoy them, watch them grow up. Yes, I'm not gonna be at your beck and call when you call me in the middle of the night. Oh, I need you to be here at this time, or I'm working to 5 o'clock, and then overtime is mandatory. No, because I have a life, and in my career choice, I can pick and choose when I decide to take clients, what days work for me, what days don't work for me. Guess what? This time slot, I've learned that through our time management course at my church, that you should, on your calendars, you should have one day where it's just blank. You don't put it in to do anything else, but it's for you to focus on self-care, to focus on whatever it is that you need to do for you, not the children, not the husband, not the job, not the in-laws, not your immediate family, not any of that, for you. And when I developed that, when I understood that, it was like a light bulb. It was like a light bulb came into my life, and I was just like, oh, okay. If you have to maneuver differently, maneuver. I was so scared to maneuver because I was just like, I was afraid of what people might think. I was afraid of, and this is just me being honest. I told you I'm always be transparent and honest with you all. I was afraid of a lot when it came to jobs. I was afraid of how they would take me being a wife, how they would take me being a mother, how they would take me when I say I can't do this because I have this going on. I remember I had a job interview I remember telling y'all I had a job interview that someone told me about when I was on my way to my graduation. And I'm like, yeah, we want to set you up for an interview. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I was also for saying, yeah, absolutely. Then I didn't look at my calendar. And when I went back and looked at my calendar, I noticed it was the same appointment that I had for a doctor's appointment. And I had a choice. Remember, we talked about choices within your careers. You always have a choice. You can either choose to ignore that. That doctor's appointment is self-care for me. Because if you don't take care of yourself, people have worked themselves into the grave. People work. That was like, oh, that's all you're just supposed to work. That is not true. That is not true. You're supposed to have time where you can relax. You're supposed to have time for yourself. You're supposed to have time to rejuvenate. What's that resting? Relax, refresh, recover. You need that time. That's why they give you vacation. But what you do on those vacations? What do you do on those vacations? That's the question. Do you vacation or do you do work while you're on those vacations? There is two different people. Me, I know most people, I would have it like, oh, it's a holiday, Thanksgiving, just time when I was celebrating Thanksgiving and like, hey, we need you to work on Christmas. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I'm thinking about the money, but I didn't think about how tired I was. I didn't think about how exhausted I was. And when I actually needed a break, I was thinking about the money. I don't think about the money now. I don't. I truly believe, and it takes some definitely prayer to not think about the money, because then when you think about your circumstances, bills come, they come on a month. Bills are monthly. Bills are due monthly. Subscriptions, your shopping habits, it comes it's whenever you decide to do it. But we always have a choice. You could choose to pay that bill now and extravagant on some tickets somewhere. We always have choices. So are you choosing to rest, or are you choosing to ignore the rest signals in your body? I've heard people say, I've been working since I was 5. Them older people. Working since I was 5. I ain't never took off. Why? That's not a good thing. As a mental health professional, that is not a good thing that you worked every day of your life and you never took a break. No, I do not agree. I do not subscribe to that. I do not approve of people not taking care of themselves now. Now, I do not approve of that. Whereas I used to be like, oh yeah, I got to work, 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 work. Not me. I'm delivered. I am delivered and set free from that. To thinking I have to always push myself to go over and beyond. And I know my body is like, no, Shonda, chill out. No, Shonda, rest. No, Shonda, it's time to rest. It's not lazy. It's not lazy, but I'm gonna keep reiterating, when you choose that career, that place where Yahweh really wants you to be, where he really has put on your heart that, you know what, this is where your niche is. Like, for instance, even working in your church, if those people working in your church, how many of you just like found a place where you're like, oh, you know what, this feels good. I love working with with the children's ministry. I love working with the helps ministry. I love being an usher or whatever they call it. I love working the offering table. It just brings me joy serving. Why you can't have that in your regular lives? Why? Why do we choose to not choose ourselves during this time? When it comes to the being obedient, though, to the Father, I will say that I've had my own attest to, and I think I probably would have already ended up in this career if I would have focused and get me to go. But when I start putting everything else to the side, like, I don't care what job, don't want me. I don't care. I'm just going to stay focused on Step Out. I'm going to stay focused on, MFT. I'm going to stay focused on this passion of mine. Everything is just flowing in. Everything is flowing in for me. But I had to learn to put Yahweh first. I had to learn it because I was like, oh, you know what? I can, oh, I'm against it. It's like you have this list. I talk about this a lot of times, even in my sessions. I have this list of things that, when I have it in my brain, like everything that I need to do, because like I said, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I got a lot of stuff I got to do. Got to wash clothes, got to cook food, got to go grocery shopping, got to clean up this room, got to clean up that room, got to mop, got to sweep, got to fold up clothes, got to go check on this, got to go to a doctor's appointment. It's so much you have to do in general. So you have to learn how to prioritize it, right? On the list of agenda, and I don't have it with me now. I wish I did. On the list of agenda, so you write down everything that's in your head that you have to do. You just write it down on paper. And on the agenda, like, I write everything, wash clothes, this, gotta go meet my mama, gotta go to lunch with this sister, gotta go meet up this for hour job, everything down that I have to do. And on the other side of that agenda, it says what's top priority. Only 3 things you could put as top priority. 3 things that you could do right now or today. 3 things you could do today, right? And then it has what can wait till tomorrow. You have to itemize it. What can wait till tomorrow? So you know what? This whole list that I had got a whole lot smaller, right? When you itemize it that way, it's become such a help for me now. It's like, I see these bucket of clothes, and is it top priority or can it wait till tomorrow? When I know that my oldest daughter's birthday is tomorrow. I gotta get ready for that. I don't know what I want to do for her. She's talking about what she wants to do, but I don't know. That's my top priority, to make sure she has the best 6th birthday that she so desires, whatever it is that, she wants to do, make sure that I'm available for her. So guess what? The unfolded clothes, they can wait till tomorrow. Or you know what? I can take care of the clothes today so that tomorrow I'm free. I can wash dishes tonight. I don't have to do dishes right now. We have this thing in our head. We have to do things at that moment. Not me no more. I'm delivered. I'm delivered. I don't have to push myself to do so much no more. I don't. And I don't try to. I itemize the things that I can do. Even with people. We don't talk about that enough. Itemizing people, right? Because you have those people they want you to do something for them right then and there. And then it's just like, okay, I don't have the capacity to do anything for them right then and there. So you know what? You try to fit them in anyway and be like, okay, you know what? We gonna make this work. We gonna do this. I'm like, oh, I don't have time today. Oh no, I'm not able to do that today. Maybe next week. Maybe now, if it's something that they just want to talk, I don't mind. I have so much free space and rest that I can be like, okay, you know what, you want to, yeah, cool, let's talk. Because I don't push everything to do everything in one. There was a time, there was a time that I used to wake up, make the children breakfast, make their food, clean up the kitchen, clean up their rooms, do this. I started navigating. I started um, navigating what I did. I even started including them. Like, okay, you know what? Mommy can't do everything. I started telling them, Mommy not superwoman. As much as we all want to be, we not superwomen. We can't do everything. We could try, and I guarantee you'll burn yourself out so much faster than allowing. Like for me, my children, now I'm like, okay, y'all get up. Did you brush your teeth? Did you make up your bed? Make up your own bed. Fold up your clothes. Now my third daughter, Liz, she's learning how to fold her own clothes. It's a patient thing for me. So I'm just like, girl, just you easily want to go ahead and do it for them, but how are they gonna learn? How are they gonna learn? You have to put things in its order. Like you don't have to do everything. Take your time, itemize it out, figure out, okay, you know what can wait? What can't wait? I know even for me, when it comes to jobs, I'm like, okay, you know what? Do I, like most jobs, be like, oh, do you have the next 2 weeks? Most people already work for their jobs, so like, okay, I need 2 weeks out. Like for me, step out is a big part of my life. Now it's a big part of my ministry, and I try to be obedient as much as possible. So if anything come contrary to my Monday night lives to join with you all, can't do it. Can't do it. Between 6 and 7 o'clock, can't do it. Nope. Can't do it. Not available. Catch me after 7 or catch me anytime before that. But now I have it on Mondays. I rest. I rest until it's time for step out because I want to make sure that I'm in good spirits. I'm in good, because I don't want to come on here and be like, y'all, yeah, I'm tired. I didn't have that yet. That's not, no, you have to be your best version of yourself. That's why we have the self-care bingo card. That's why now we have the step out bingo card, which I promise you all, every time I think about putting it on there, I don't, which we're going to do. I'm going to have to upload it to the thing. You have to, this is step out. So this is not only about self-care, but it's a part of self-care, but it's also with you helping other people, act of random kindness for someone else, just so that way, because we're here to not only help ourselves, we have to help other people too. Took a relaxing bath, asked for help, prayed, went for a walk, volunteer your time in the community. My time, I volunteer with my child, with my daughter's school to go read to them on Fridays. You don't have to do everything within a week. Take your time, even with your career choice. Take your time. There is no rush. It's no rush. It's not. We put that pressure on ourselves in every day. I used to put pressure on myself to be the best mom. Oh my gosh. I know I'm working to be that, but I know I'm not there yet. But absolutely, most people are like, oh girl, you're a great mom. Yeah, but I know there's some areas where I'm failing my children. Like my daughters would like to me be available to them 24/7. I know I am not. Not that I'm not able to. I'm not going to be there for them 24/7. Because guess what? If I'm there for them all the time, who will be there for me? They don't really have the capacity to pour back into me. So I have to make sure that I have, like last night, I took out time to just lay with them, just watch Incredibles 2. Like, oh, mom, just lay here. Laid there on the floor with them while they were in their bunk beds, let them take baths. And I laid there with them just to have some quality time with them. It's not that much pressure. It's not. We put the pressure on ourselves. Take the limits off. Take the pressure off. Pray and obey when it comes to your career, ladies. Pray and obey when it comes to your life's decision. If you want to start your business, go for it. I'll be your number one supporter. Or at least I'll support and then bring other people. Like, oh yeah, you know about this person? I'm always at them. Like, oh, you need an event planner? I got an event planner in my handbook, in my phone book, not handbook, in my phone book. I can give you their number. You need a photographer? We already know I'm a photographer. If I can't do it, I'll definitely outsource. I'm not selfish to where that I'm going to hinder someone else from being blessed. Especially, it's an encouraging matter. We have to be encouraging of each other, right? And speaking of encouraging, right? As we're bringing this to a total end when it comes to careers. So I hope and pray that as you continue on deciding and figuring out what it is that you want to do in your career choice when it comes to your life, not thinking that, you know what, that 9 to 5 is not everything. The job that you're on, that you pressing yourself and stressing yourself about to be there for them, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put that much pressure on yourself. Take the limits off, take the pressure off, and just sit and be in a restful state. Like me, until I figure out, like now, the father's starting to itemize. Okay, this is, you have to take your test. You have to go before the board. This and that. So this is how long you have to do that. This is how much prep time you need. This is when you take it. This and that. Then you'll be full time doing everything on your own. It's a process. Everything is a process. Take your time. And while you're taking your time, take out time for some self-care. Find a new project. As y'all see, this box is still closed. This box is still closed, so I still have not opened it. I'm going to say that by the next, because we do not have a live on next Monday, because that's the first of the month. But we don't have a live, but I will show like a short clip based off of what we'll be discussing for the month of November. So this is the end of careers. If you need to go back and watch it, just be like, oh, I missed something. Let's, just to figure it out. If you need to call me up, call me, text me, email me. I'm like, hey, what you think about this? And, we go pray about it together. And we go talk it through, like, what are you feeling? Like, where is it? What do you feel like this is leading you? We go figure it out to the best of our abilities. But I'm saying by the next live, I should at least have one somewhat done. If not half done, one done. And that's my job. I'm not gonna push to do it. I ain't got nothing to prove to y'all. I ain't got nothing to prove to myself. I know that I have a lot going on. So I'm gonna take my time. But I'm gonna get it done. Take your time, but figure out what it is you need for self-care. Figure out what it is that you need for what you need to do for your life, right? And know that in the end, no matter what you decide, you will win. If you make the right choice for yourself, if you make the right choice in where the Father's trying to lead you, you will win. I can honestly guarantee that you will win. As long as you follow what the Father is telling you to do, you're going to win. I hope you all enjoyed this live. I personally enjoyed it. It's been a help to not only, I hope it has been a help to you all, but it also was an encouragement to me to stay encouraged, to not give up on yourself, to, you go make it. Yeah. So we will see each other again I'm getting the date for you on November the 4th. We will meet again. But look out oh no, we won't. We won't meet on November the 4th because today is the 28th. We will meet on November the 11th. But look out on November the 4th. You will get the topic for November. And I'll definitely, we do have a TikTok page now. So go on there. I will be posting like little short clips just to keep everyone encouraged and uplifted until our next live. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I have enjoyed you all. Stay encouraged and continue to step out in the will and the promise of the Father. And know you got this. You're not alone. We got this. Together we got this. So be encouraged. It's your winning season. Y'all about to win. I'm excited for y'all. I don't know if y'all excited. I'm excited for y'all because y'all about to win. Y'all think y'all may be stumped right now, but y'all about to win. Y'all about to overcome. And I'm so happy for each and every one of you. Yes. We about to win. We about to step out and we about to win, y'all. It's so exciting. I'm so excited. Everything attached to me. Everything attached to you wins. You have to believe it and receive it. You will win in the mighty name of Yeshua. I pray that the Father continue to touch your nations, continue to touch your homes, continue to touch your families, continue to touch you, your lives individually, continue to touch your mental status, your mental health, continue to touch your spiritual, that He will continue to guide you and lead you down the right path from whom you wish to go. I pray the Father would bless your homes, bless you from the inside out, bless you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, that no matter what it is you may be stumped on, that He will give you, He will bless you to have the desires of your heart. He knows where it is you want to go, where you need to be career choice wise, where He needs you to go to be able to impact somebody else. So I pray the Father continue to encourage you, continue to uplift you, continue to give the strength that you need to get through this week. It's a new week. I pray the Father continue to protect your family and protect your homes throughout this week, and to give you a little insight on your next journey, on the next chapter that you're supposed to be walking in. And I pray that He gives you the endurance to make it to the end, because in the end, you will win. In the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach, we pray. Amen. And thank y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. I look forward to seeing y'all chime in a little bit on the TikTok page, even on Instagram, to kind of like shout outs and send hellos. But until then, have a great week and be blessed.